This is how the Indian Express has put it, that it's going to be a red carpet welcome, and you can see those visuals already. G20 preparations are in full swing. The Delhi's Lieutenant Governor, he's taking stock of the kind of preparations that have been done, going to all these places. And each time you cross Lutyens Delhi or the central Delhi or the NDMC area, essentially, you can understand that something different is happening over here. The drills that are already, taking place. Rajghat, this is where the final photograph is also going to take place. And there's a proper team that has been sent down, and it's taking stock of the entire preparations. Let me just read out exactly what all we have here. It says, after months of work that involved coordination between various civic agencies, the capital's G20 transformation is complete. As the summit draws closer, officials make last-minute inspections that you can see on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, to ensure things are in order. These are 5 key areas to check out for what is new. Fountains and artificial rock waterfall installed along the airport road, street art on the walls of Mandi House metro station and Bhairo Marg, a view of the Pragati Maidan stretch near Bharat Mandapam and the summit venue. All of these pictures really nicely captured in here in the Indian Express. Now the starting point is going to be the airport road stretch. Decorative lamp posts like the ones used in the redevelopment of the Central Vista, lush green plants and a Nandi statue with a fountain for the G20 delegates and their families. This will be the first look of the city, especially curated over the past few months in the run-up to the summit. So as soon as you get out of the airport, this is the first thing that you see. Nirmala Sitharaman over there, is she taking stock of the situation as well, Varghese? Everything is G20.
Yeah, the entire flavor is about G20, and of course, you have that theme across the NCR region as well. It is a big meet. It is a big global meet, and India is hosting it. So India doesn't want anything to go wrong, and therefore it's something that the Prime Minister had given a call way back when it was decided that India would be hosting it. So he had ensured that every department and every bureaucratic person was into it, and so the work of this has been going on for quite a long time. The good part of it is that Delhi has been beautified, Kabir. A lot of places, suddenly doesn't look like Delhi anymore. They look like really good places. I mean, it gives you a different vibe altogether.
Well, people talk about statue politics. This isn't statue politics essentially, but 49 statues that have been installed here, Varghese. 109 fountains that have been installed in a totality. Now, if you look at what's new, below railway underbridge number 13, where the road divides into 3, one wall depicts a steam engine train crossing a bridge against a forested backdrop, while the other shows modern India with multi-story buildings and a Vande Bharat express train. There are welcome icons and G20 themed lights installed at several points, while the sidewalks have been decorated with big plants, the central verge too with sports fountains. Foot over bridges are painted light blue and fitted with facade lighting. Ornamental poles have been installed for illumination and beautification. A 240-meter section of the Bhairo Marg drain has also been spruced up to give its canal-like appearance. The overgrowth has been cleared, decorative stones in the banks have been put, and selfie points have been created everywhere. What's more, Bharat Mandapam Gate, the Supreme Court metro station, traffic has been streamlined on the stretch, while hawkers and encroachments have been removed. The station's walls also have a fresh coat of white and blue paint. There is so much to talk about. At ITO, vacant spaces including central verges now have seasonal flowers, plants at small trees. At the Delhi gate, a small replica of the wheel from the Konark has been installed alongside 2 Dholpur sandstone fountains. At the stretch outside the Shantivan, 4 fountains have been installed. On Satyagraha Marg and near the Gandhi Darshan, statues of Mahatma Gandhi cycling and with the charkha have also been erected. And at the Purana Killa, take a look at this. The National Zoo, Purana Killa and Crafts Museum have been lit up with facade lighting, while roadsides and central verges sport new grills. Quick response teams, emergency vehicles, workers, round-the-clock cleaning crews, everything has been deployed. It's all set and done. We're ready, Varghese, aren't we? Take a look at that. Take a look at that. I mean, everything is spot on, from Akshardham to ITO, Rajghat, everything has been completely taken care of.
Well, if you look at it that's what I was trying to say. See, for a G20 meet, these beautifications are great. I just hope that it is maintained. Once the G20 meet is done, I hope people don't, bring those beautiful fountains and those art that has been put out at our underpasses. I hope people don't spit on it. I hope they don't destroy it, because the city is looking really wonderful for this, and I just hope after the beautification of the city, it is not the uglification of the city after that.
Well, that's actually a good shout. So, I mean, you mean to say it is upon us to take care of,
because it's so
the
well done.
beautification
It's
once
so, I
it's
mean,
done.
in one go, they have done so much. I just don't want anyone to uglify it. That's all.
Traffic cops at 30 border points and 400 junctions. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get you the actual information for those of you who are planning to, step out. For those of you who essentially are looking for what kind of traffic curbs are going to be in place, and all those that are traveling in and out of the national capital. Women staff are going to play a key role. Training has been imparted to deal with tourists. 1,000 cops are going to rescue, secure routes. These are 10,000 cops. Traffic police personnel will be deployed at 400 junctions, including important roundabouts, intersections and borders. So do not even think about skipping a red light in the national capital. Around 10,000 police personnel, including 600 women, tasked to ensure smooth flow. 30 bordering areas identified where traffic cops will be deployed. Traffic police personnel along with outside force will be deployed at major diversions to stop unauthorized entry during summit. Now, take a look at this important information. Deploying four-wheeler and two-wheelers. Traffic police likely to deploy 180 cars and 950 bikes at various junctions. They will ensure smooth flow of traffic and provide green corridor to guide people during emergencies as well. Cars will also be used to pilot vehicles as they move in carcades, and those drills were being carried out all across central Delhi, where they were constantly carrying out these drills about carcades and how the police is going to make sure that smooth traffic is flowing. 80 cranes are going to be deployed to pick up these cars. Disaster management vehicles also pressed into service. Around 50 fire tenders are also going to be deployed. An officer says, quoted by the Times of India, traffic police personnel along with additional forces will guard important diversions during the summit point as well. So you have to make sure that everything is secure. At the same time, you have to make sure that everything is free and flowy, which is why they're constantly asking people to not go into central Delhi if it is utmost necessary, unless it's utmost necessary.
Well, Central Delhi, of course, will be a fortress, as you rightly pointed out, the kind of security personnel that's going to be there, because it's going to be the highest concentration of any international leaders at one time in New Delhi. So I think that is the factor that we have to all look into. And because one more factor that everyone should understand is that the government has gone great lengths to ensure that security is also provided. At the same time, you remember, they've asked the offices, schools and some of the businesses to be shut for that period as well. So there's heavy security, and therefore I think people who have travel plans on that day will have to take a look at the road maps, and to avoid areas where the government has already ensured that only certain VIPs,
right,
in fact, will be able to travel.
Absolutely.